today's video, we talk about the rear sway bar upgrade for something like a Mark 7 GTI we're in today. Is it worth it? Should you do it? Does it handle different? Can you feel it? When should you do it? When should you not? Talk about the price, everything you need to know so you can make the right decision on spending your hard-earned money. Do you remember this catback exhaust from Unitronic that we put on the GTI? Well, we actually pulled it off the GTI, we're cleaning it up, and we're shipping it to one of you guys. All you gotta do is check out karmaspeed.com, grab something you like on the website. That will get you some entries in to have a chance at winning this. We'll be picking a winner on January 6th. Follow KarmaSpeed on Instagram for any updates. Head over to karmaspeed.com, pick up something right now so that you secure some entries. And we're excited to give this away for our first major giveaway on karmaspeed.com. The way my life has gone, I've had quite a few cars up to this point, and this is the first one I've installed a upgraded sway bar. And I have to say, looking back, I should have done that on all previous cars. If I were you, I would buy coilovers and a rear sway bar at the same time. While you're under the car, while you're doing everything, the sway bar is easy to install. When you're taking everything apart, do it. Between the coilovers, bringing the car lower to the ground, and the sway bar, what it does is when one wheel picks up travel, it pulls the other one with it. So when you're going around a corner, it keeps the wheels level on the ground, so you're getting as much surface area of the tire on the ground as possible. That's its job. And you can really feel the difference in this car when you upgrade the rear sway bar. I just went through the hills, had a good time, and the car just stuck to the ground that much better, even with just the coilovers. I went out, and then now with the sway bar, the thing drives like a dream around the corners, and I had a blast the other day. Here's a quick play-by-play: slight right, sharp left. If we carry enough speed, we're not going fast enough here, but right here is when your rear end starts to get loose, lose a little bit of grip because it's so lightweight on these cars. When you have that rear sway bar, it's going to keep more traction down in that tighter corner situation, so you can carry more speed, have more confidence in the car, and get where you want to go faster, and the car just feels much more planted to the ground in driving situations like this. As far as installing it, you've got your end links and then the brackets that hold the actual sway bar on. You're going to be moving the end links to the new sway bar and then sliding it up into place and bolting it in with the bolts and the bushings that are included with the ECS sway bar. I have a link in the description to the actual sway bar install video. If you have not seen that yet, you're thinking about doing this yourself, you should definitely go check that out. This is a must as far as modification goes for this car. This is about a $180 expense, so by the time you do shipping and tax, you're going to be probably $210, $220. The install is rather simple, like I said. So this is a very simple modification process, from everything from what you spend to installing it. There is a front sway bar. They have an adjustable one on ECS tuning. The install does look a little more in-depth, and this is going to be for you guys out there who are wanting more out of your car, everything you can get as far as grip, whether you daily drive it, go to the canyons, or you track it. This would be a great upgrade. You can get those nice looking red end links as well that attach to the coilover or the strut. Really nice piece. Don't forget that that's there and that it's available. Now that you have all the context that I've had and experiences up to this point, kind of all the thoughts, is this worth the money? Is this something you should do? Absolutely. If I could go back in time to my Focus ST, Mazda Speed 3, they needed rear sway bars. The rear end is so light, it would have been so much more fun to drive when you want to go fast and carry some speed around corners. For how easy it is to install, I don't know, and it not being that expensive, I don't know why I overlooked it. These are things I'm learning as we go on. So if you want to continue to learn with me, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you guys enjoy the content, the best way to support the channel is karmaspeed.com, and we're able to give back in that process to you guys with that GTI Unitronic exhaust. So check out that, get your entries in right now, don't forget about that. karmaspeed.com, go grab something, get your entries in. We're excited for our first big giveaway for Karma Speed. This will lead to much bigger things. We want to pass this joy of working on cars and being around them with you guys as much as we can through the content, and now giving back to you with maybe some parts, and then hopefully one day we can give away an entire car, maybe some experiences, come hang out with us and such. So not only does it get you entered, but it does push towards a lot of things that can benefit a lot of you guys watching on your end to make some really cool things happen. I have sway bars linked in the description. I have the install video down in the description. I appreciate you so much. Hope you have a good day, night, wherever you're at, and I'll see you on karmaspeed.com.